Okay guys, banded pull aparts. Now, I've been using this band and it's fucking perfect for this. It's just very comfortable to hold. I'm assuming you might be using, God, I kind of wished I would have had that here handy, but just like a super band. And I'm finding that that's not so comfortable, but if you are using that, you know what? Let me grab it 1 second. Okay, so you might be using this guy, right? So if you are using this one, just make sure to put your thumb through it, because if you do it like this, it ends up, as the set progresses, cutting through your skin, and it's like very not fun. So just make sure to put your thumb through it, so when you pull, it's just more comfortable, okay? All right, so moving on. Here's what you want to keep in mind when you're doing these. Keep your shoulders down, okay? The traps, they are sneaky little fuckers and they love stealing the work, which is super annoying in upper body exercises. So you really want to be mindful of this. Unless you don't care that they steal the work, which I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't care. I mean, some dudes really like to have crazy developed traps. I think it ends up being very disproportional. They have so much volume in and of themselves. There's no reason to let them take over. Okay, this is specifically meant to be a rear delt focused exercise. So let's keep it that way. All right, shoulders down. Bring this here and you're opening and closing. All right. Oftentimes you're going to see people like this really comes from the whole, with the cable column, like taking one end and opening. It's like the same kind of movement. Instead, we're doing it with a band. All right? So even if you have a cable column at home, I mean, mine actually does kind of sort of allow you still to do it, but oftentimes you'll only have one cable, which doesn't allow you to do that like crossover action. So that's why we're going to use a band, which is just as effective. I mean, these burn like hell. So down, and you're opening and closing. Now, how do you know that you're actually doing this correctly? Because as the set progresses, it's going to start to burn, right? Now, where does it burn? That's how you know. If it starts burning you in your neck and your traps, you know you need to relax them. Something is not going correctly here. So you need to stop for a sec, re-engage, and really think of allowing your like shoulders and rotators. They're going to lead the movement, all right? So the shoulders are leading here. Now, it might take some time for you to learn how to isolate them, which is totally fine. Okay, especially if you have a tendency to let your traps take over. It took me a while to do this, so don't sweat it too much. It's totally normal for this to happen. Now, as you're noticing, my arms, like my elbows, they're not completely locked out. If I were to do that, it would be way harder for me to isolate the shoulders. So make sure you're not locking them. All right. The top I'm wearing is maybe not ideal because you can't really see the isolation taking place, but you're going to know by feel, okay?